Hey everyone, it is Havel High here, bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z, where we're going to be discussing the 30-year anniversary of DBZ and its place in the pantheon of anime history, its impact to the world, and its bright future. So with that, if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Shoutouts to DBZ Space and the Dokkan Wiki, along with Licensed Global Magazine, where I'll post the links in the description below. So let's go ahead and take a stroll down memory lane and go all the way back to April 26, 1989. This is when Dragon Ball Z aired its first episode on Fuji TV in Japan, and the world of anime will be changed forever. So the 291 episode run marked a great time where anime was going to become a staple in young children's TV sets, not only in Japan, but also here in the United States. DBZ first aired 7 years later in the US on September 13, 1996, and North America had never seen such world building, incredible fights, power-ups, transformation, and just sheer drama from a cartoon. That's right, anime wasn't even yet a household word, let alone even a thing. So from those humble beginnings, 1989 until now, Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball in general has captured the hearts of millions while launching Japanese anime into the mainstream. Now, how mainstream is it in the United States now? Well, recently, Goku was featured as a float in the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. That's an incredible honor for any animated character, and just you can't get bigger than just strolling down the streets of New York City. Now the question is, how do they do all this? Well, it really boils down to the magic of Akira Toriyama and his amazing ability to build worlds and his sheer storytelling. Through his comedy, to his art, everything, character design, he really is the magic to all this. Now, though DBZ had 9 seasons, there are really only 4 main story arcs, and we're going to revisit each arc and talk about the momentous occasions along with the lessons learned from each storyline. Now, before we get into each of the sagas, remember Goku from its predecessor anime in Dragon Ball. He was just a innocent, naive martial arts prodigy. And yes, he had a tail, but he was considered human. But in Dragon Ball Z, everything changed because Toriyama said, no, he's not human with a tail. He's an alien from outer space from a race called Saiyans. That's right. That was a pretty wild twist that luckily fans didn't disapprove and just kind of went along with the ride. And I'm glad, of course, we're all glad that we did that. So moving into the first saga, and that is the Saiyan Saga, my favorite saga of them all. I think it is the foundation of Dragon Ball Z and how it's being built, and the stories in this saga is so important. It was the introduction of Gohan, Goku's son, the arrival of Goku's brother Raditz, and the discussion and the discovery of the Saiyan race. Also teaming up with the previous villain Piccolo, that was a surprise. And then the shocking and abrupt death of Goku. That's right, Goku, the main character of Dragon Ball in general, dies all in the first 5 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Eat your heart out, Game of Thrones, because TV wasn't doing that stuff back in those days. But they did it in this anime. So along with that, yes, he didn't totally die. Yes, it's a part of the storyline, but it was really shocking at the time. So this also developed into something that we joke about now, is the father and son relationship with Piccolo and Gohan, also the introduction of Nappa, and then my favorite character, Vegeta, the death of more Z fighters, training with King Kai, the Kaioken, Spirit Bomb, and then of course the amazing first of many fights of Goku versus Vegeta. The ongoing rivalry between the two is born here in the Saiyan Saga. So lessons the world learned from this arc really is hard work and sacrifice does pay off. And really, whatever it takes to save a loved one, even coming back from the dead like Goku did, you will do anything for the people that you care the most for. Now, defeating your enemy is very important, but also showing compassion and mercy after all said and done, that's really important, because if they did not show mercy to Vegeta, Vegeta wouldn't be an amazing, incredible ally to where he is now. So that is the Saiyan Saga, the foundation of how Dragon Ball Z is built upon. So my favorite saga, and continues to be it, and I don't think it will change anytime soon. And that leads us into then the Frieza Saga or Namek Saga, whatever you want to call it there. And this is probably the most popular saga and storyline of all, due to the fact there's a lot of different things that go on in this arc here. Of course, the introduction of the Namekians, Piccolo's homeworld, also the origins of the Dragon Ball, how they were created. We get Vegeta's redemption. We've talked about Zenkai boost, how Saiyans get stronger with each battle, and also the depths of Saiyan pride and how that all works with the Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta. We also, of course, get the introduction of the Frieza Army and the ruthless tyrant himself, Frieza. Frieza is probably the most popular villain of all Dragon Ball, and he is introduced here in this saga here. So, of course, we get Goku's full potential and his training, but also after he fights Frieza and that fierce battle that he does, he watches his best friend get killed and then unleashes the legendary transformation Super Saiyan. And Super Saiyan now, like I said, it's very well known. Everybody kind of knows that what a Super Saiyan actually is, and that had kids and young adults now, and even adults now, trying to yell their hair to turn blonde. So that's where we are in that whole Super Saiyan transformation that was created back in the early 90s. So lessons learned here is really the ultimate story of good and evil. Ultimate good in Goku, and then ultimate evil in Frieza. It's also a story of redemption with all the odds against you. Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin trying to get those Dragon Balls, pushing their limits, unlocking their potentials. But you will also learn about identity, heritage, pride, and also just reaching your full potentials and how to end up doing that, right? So that's what we learned from the Frieza Saga, and that is an incredible story arc here. That leads us into the third saga in the Cell or Android Saga, whatever you want to call that. You can even call it the Future Saga, because this is where time travel was introduced in Dragon Ball. That's right, you have a paradox character of Trunks, who is Vegeta's unborn son, going Super Saiyan, killing Mecha Frieza, killing King Cold, and then warns the Z Fighters of the perils of the world without Goku dying from a heart virus. That's pretty creative for the early 90s at that point in time. So, and then yes, we find out Vegeta and Bulma are a thing. We also get introduced to the evil androids, of course. We get Vegeta finally attaining Super Saiyan. Goku recovers, and then we also get one of my favorite fights of all time is Super Piccolo in 17. We also get Bay 18, and Final Flash, my favorite finishing move or a technique, of course, because Vegeta is my favorite character. Of course, the Perfect Cell saga starts from here with Cell's perfect form, the Cell games. We also get Hercule, the world champ introduction, and then Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 and saving the world. So we learn really of changing of the guard. This is the changing of the guard storyline here. We also get the opportunity to rewrite history and not be focused on just whatever the fates have dealt you. You get to rewrite that. There is no such thing as perfection. We learn that. Sacrifice is so important in making sure that your next of kin, your loved ones, your kids will hopefully surpass you. And then passing it down to the next generation. That's really what the Cell Saga is all about. Finally, going into the last saga is the Buu Saga. The Buu Saga is crazy because I forgot to mention that Goku dies in the Cell Saga, and then Goku returns from the dead, and it's like no big deal, which is comedic, but it's really funny. So, and we get to peek into Gohan's teen years, the introduction of Videl, his future wife. We go into the 25th World Martial Arts Tournament, the introduction of Supreme Kais, Elder Kais, the Z-Sword, also the pure evil villain of Majin Buu, yes, and then the creation of the Dark Prince himself, Majin Vegeta, and then the rematch we've been waiting for, Goku and Vegeta Part 2. That happened here. And then the abnormally crazy, unworldly power boost that everybody else got in this arc here, and that's Super Saiyan 3. We get fusion with Gotenks. We get Potara and Vegito. We get the Super Spirit Bomb. Yeah, everything across the board. We get Ultimate Gohan. really just happened here. So they really just did away with power levels. And then we also, at the end of the arc, is just seemingly a weak person being able to save the universe in Hercule. So yeah, this was a very interesting but yet fulfilling end to Dragon Ball. And it really ends with the 10 years later epilogue of the reincarnation of Buu into a character Oob, and Goku's flying away with the next prodigy. So it ends Dragon Ball Z, but it wasn't the end of Dragon Ball in general. It did spawn Dragon Ball GT, whether you like it or not. I love Super Saiyan 4. And then also currently the Dragon Ball Super series, where it is now, where Dragon Ball is to the worldwide success that never thought to be imagined. Dragon Ball Super Broly movie earned over $100 million worldwide box office, and that is just impressive. That is incredible. So yeah, mark your calendars, DBZ fans, as we celebrate the godfather of modern day anime, and that is Dragon Ball Z. And whether you are just the anime fan or you're actually playing the games, I'm a gamer here. So my channel here is primarily Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, but I think April 26th, look out for a lot of celebrations and all sorts of gaming. I think Dokkan's going to get a huge celebration there, a lot of free stuff. So is Dragon Ball Legends. Maybe Project Z, we might get some more information on. Super Dragon Ball Heroes should be out in the global arena. The Dragon Ball Super game, Fighters, all these different things I think will get something and something special. So with that, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoy the walk down memory lane, the kind of overview of how important this series is to current and modern day anime. And anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you guys are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. We'll catch you later.